They say it started on a quiet night in April 1973. Henry McDaniel, a soft-spoken man in his 60s, lived just outside of Enfield, Illinois. He wasn't known for tall tales or dramatics. But on April 25th, just after sundown, he made a phone call to local authorities that would mark the beginning of one of the strangest, most quietly buried events in southern Illinois history. It had 3 legs, McDaniel told the MT, Vernon Register News later that week. A short body, 2 little short arms, and 2 eyes pink, big as flashlights. It wasn't from this world. The police dismissed it. At first, they humored him, took photos of scratches on the back door screen, studied the muddy tracks in the backyard canine-shaped, but wrong. 6 toes, spaced too far apart to belong to any local animal. The report listed the prints as unidentifiable. A few nights later, Officer Dale Kiefer, responding to another call in the area, radioed in something strange. His voice was tight, shaky. I've got movement south fence. Fast. Something's out here. It's got 3 Jesuses. It's got those eyes. The transmission cut off with a burst of static. By the time backup arrived, the officer was unharmed, but shaken. He refused to talk about what he'd seen. He left the force 2 months later, moved to Michigan. Never came back. Then came the children. 2 local boys were out near an old rail line, half a mile from the McDaniel residence, when they claimed they saw something gray and fast dart between the trees. One of them said it looked like a person. The other said it looked like a spider pretending to walk like a man. Neither of them slept through the night after that. Over the following weeks, at least 5 more sightings were quietly recorded. Most never made the news. Some were scratched out of police logs entirely. One piece of footage labeled Enfield Tape 1973, unauthorized broadcast, surfaced years later. It was found in a cardboard box marked "Do Not View" during a county archive cleanout. No sender, no label. Just a timestamp and a real number. The footage is grainy, distorted. A single handheld camera captures a dim flashlight beam flickering across branches. A whisper. We're near where they said it lives. You hear that? Then movement. Trees part. The light flickers over something crouched low to the ground, its 3 legs positioned like a tripod. The camera catches the eyes for just a second round, and glowing the color of raw neon. And then chaos, screams, cracking branches, a body being dragged or maybe running off camera. The tape ends with static and a mechanical whine. The last known interview with Henry McDaniel was recorded 6 weeks before his death. It was conducted by a man claiming to be from the University of Chicago, though no one by that name ever worked there. In it, McDaniel looks tired. His hands shake as he folds them in his lap. They didn't come here alone, he says. They never come alone. He pauses. Looks off camera, as if he hears something the interviewer doesn't. You can laugh. That's fine. But I saw it, I still see it, and I still hear it. Every night scratching at my back door, waiting. The footage cuts abruptly. The tape was never aired. The original reels were labeled Property of Illinois State Archives, Restricted Access. Most were thought lost in a basement flood in 1981, but the stories didn't stop. Even now, 50 years later, on certain nights near Enfield, hikers say they've seen something watching from the trees. Something that doesn't move quite right. Something with a shape that doesn't belong, and if you ask the old-timers in town, They don't talk much about Henry McDaniel, but if you press them, if you really press them, they might say this: he was the first to see it, not the last.